feels like your career has just been like a constant, like upward hill trajectory.
It seems like that a bit. Yeah, it's nice. It's like the like, you know, the best gradual slope ever. It's almost like people like kind of, including myself, don't even realize that it's happening because it's like you need some time lapse photography to show what's really happening.
Over that timeline that we're talking about, can you pinpoint moments in time where things took a jump?
Yeah, I mean, you know, for sure, the Lost on You, Into the Wild, when that happened, it was like the initial jump of like, ah, shit, wow, you know, and then, you know, that's the thing. It's like this, like, it's like boom, and then, boom, you know, because you always think like, eh, I mean, even in the Into the Wild stage, it's, you know, not to put anybody down, like my label or whatever, but that was the dumbest flub of all time. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you have like, they're always telling you in record companies like, oh, it would be so great if you had a great sync to like push your shit forward, you know? I get the greatest sync ever on my own before I even get on the label. You know, everything's like set up like perfect for them. And they don't release the song. The song goes viral on YouTube, and stays in this commercial, this Citibank commercial, for 2 years. And they don't get the song on radio immediately, and it tapers, shit like that. You know what I mean? So like, you know,
Yeah.
you see it all. And then thankfully I wasn't even on a major label when Lost in You hit, and my very adept, cool managers managed to get the, you know, wring the absolute most juice out of that shit, you know, and here I sit, you know. But yeah, there's many things, you know. Yeah,
And here you sit
yeah,
a billion streams later with Lost on You.
yeah.
And I think you just went over 2 billion streams for your complete catalog, which is incredible. Like, putting that into perspective, there's only 8 billion people in the world.
I never. That's a great perspective. I never even thought of that. Yeah, I mean, you know, I definitely, in the very early years, I was like, you know what, I could just, I felt like I could tell by the reaction of some people that I had to be able to find a million people in the whole world that would like dig my shit. I just felt like that, you know, and I feel that for many artists, you know. But we're so conditioned for it to be like all or nothing sometimes, and to think that like only a certain type of person is going to get that chance, or, you know, a chance, or, and it's, you know, getting much better now. But yeah, I mean, all of it, like the way my career has kind of panned out and grown, I think has allowed me, ultimately, the most enjoyment and the most perspective and the most appreciation of, you know, how it happens or doesn't happen, you know. So you know, I'll take it. It's like the best.
And you've obviously, for a long time now, you've been writing for other artists. Was there
Yeah,
ever a time where you just thought you'd just go down that route and that was going to be?
totally. When my coming out of 2009, I'd been in the major label system for 3 years. Like 2006 was my first deal, major label deal with the Def Jam and then Universal. And so when I got a publishing deal in 2009, from 2009 to almost the end of 2011, which is when I got signed as an artist again with Warner Brothers. That's when the whole Into the Wild thing started. Those 2 years, I had no idea I would ever be an artist again. So, and it was real. I didn't have any like, oh, but if I keep, you know, not at all. I was just like, shit, I better fucking do a lot of sessions so I can, you know, make some money as a writer, because I need, you know, because each song, the most I would have, most of the songs I was writing were like 50 percenters because of collaboration. So it's like I'd either be anywhere from 25 to 33 and a third to 50%, 90% of the time. So it was just like, you know, a daunting task to kind of write enough songs that did well enough to generate enough money, you know.
Where was the shift from thinking you were going down that route to suddenly moving into
You know, honestly, it was me finding the joy again in making my own music. You know, I've told this before, but I started playing ukulele, not because I thought I was going to be like, you know, that dyke with the ukulele, like whistling, like it's amazing. I love it. You know what I mean? And I think I've managed to make two very quirky fucking things, like, you know, cool enough not to feel like some quirky little douche with the, you know, like whatever, right? And people who think that it's douchey, they can suck it. So that's fine. I'm already over those fucking people. But
Yeah.
but I was just doing it because it was quick and easy and enjoyable. I started playing ukulele to bring to sessions, just to, just to feel like something organic was in the room, because you'll hear like these big tracks, and then I'd be like, yo, what are the chords of this song? I'm gonna go work on lyrics now. And then I just started playing like these little, I call them like bedroom melodies or bedroom ditties, where I would just like, sit in bed and play 3 or 4 chords on the ukulele, maybe whistle a little, and just, for myself. And then that turned into like writing songs, full on songs for myself. I got with new managers during the writing period who were just like, sign me as a writer. But then we're like, we don't think you're done with your artist career. And then, and then I was enjoying myself again playing uke and not feeling any expectations or anything. And and then I started writing songs like Into the Wild and like Forever for Now, which became the title track of my record, Tokyo Sunrise, and many others, and I was singing at a club doing covers sometimes just with friends on Thursday nights, and one thing led to another, and I got a deal with Warner Brothers as an artist again, and that's when it really, started again. Yeah, it was wild. I didn't know, to get back to the main question, was that during those 2 years, almost 2 years of writing for other people, there's no like, oh yeah, I'm getting back to my artist thing. So I think that was good for me, because it made me, I wrote for my life, like I wrote hard, like to like make sure. And through all that writing for other people and experiencing other people's styles and vibes, and I think that really made me a better writer, and kind of found my sweet spot, which is that I don't really have a genre per se. You know what I mean? Like I have like a bunch of, and genres are less and less important every day, and I think everybody's career. It's cool.
And do you still write for other artists now?
I do. Yeah.
And
I just did the other day.
How does that affect your own songwriting?
It doesn't affect it at all. In fact, it was interesting. The other day I wrote with somebody, a pretty big artist, and it was interesting because I was like, I'd just been writing the night before for myself, and I was like, oh wow, I'm not used to this. I mean, I'm not used to like talking about someone else's shit, and I'm not used to giving a shit about other people's shit, but it's nice to do it for a change.
So now that you're playing these massive rooms, do the songs that you've written take on a different kind of life in those kind of rooms?
Yeah, for sure. It's fun to see how people react. I stopped thinking about all the meaning for me, and I started thinking about the meaning for them, and how I feel about singing it to them, and kind of thinking about them listening to it in their own privacy or their own world, and then me looking them in the eye, or maybe far away in the very far away, or like connecting to them in person, and feeling like, oh wow, this person needed this music, or wanted this music, or fell in love with this music. It's very cool.
Because a lot of your lyrics are very personal to your life, but when you're writing, do you always keep in mind that people are going to interpret them in different ways?
I know they are, like I know, even like with people that are like where they, I mean, I take a song like Lost in You, like let's say, just because I have so many different viewpoints of that one. Like like I had some friends that had it as their wedding song. I was like, all right, you sure? Like I think like some people use the phrase "lost on you," like kind of like my soul is lost on you. Like you're everything. I can't think of anybody else. And for me, it was kind of like, hey, do not like wake up, like you're about to lose me. Like you don't understand how much I love you. What are you doing? Whatever it is. I'm kidding, but like it's like a very different meaning.
And then on this newest album, Churches, how about the title track, Churches? Are you nervous about putting songs like that out into the world? Because obviously that's going to divide opinion a little bit. I
mean, my thing is like, have you listened to the fucking song? I mean, my church is you, my church is love. What I'm saying is like, hey, I don't want to go, I can't believe in like some of these churches, some of this organized religion. Like, and for me, it was like not even a dumb thing, but a very superb, the extra thing with the putting, something covering your head, which is a very serious thing. And I don't care how much tradition. I believe in God. I even believe in Jesus Christ. So Don't talk to me about, what's like, I'm putting down something. Why? And I'm not even trying to make this an LGBT, I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know I'm gay in the first 2 seconds that you meet me, then you need to fucking get out of the house more. So that's fine. I don't care. But, and I'm not, I'm not on some like, it's about gay. I don't care. It's just about, there's no difference between me and you. And I'm not walking into a church covering my head if you don't have to. That's it. And guess what? Enjoy covering your head. Enjoy seeing people with their heads covered on your own. That's all I'm saying. In that, it's just the beginning of the song. Like, if you have an opinion of that, like many things that people have opinions on, they don't know what they're fucking talking about. They haven't truly examined and investigated what it is most of the time. That's what our whole world runs on. People like making assumptions about things that they don't understand, And so the song says, my church is you, my church is love, my church includes all of the above, and I'm talking about a world full of diversity. So if that offends you, I'm not sure I really want you to listen to my music anyway. Hey, do me a favor. You know what? Don't listen to my music. Don't buy it and don't look at it. Don't look at me. Don't do it. I'm a little bunched up because I'm packing all day. So I'm just going to tell it like it is.
Yeah. No, I like it. You should definitely tell
packing heat is what I'm packing. Yeah.
Amazing. So as a songwriter, are there any songwriters that you still like really look up to?
So many. I mean, God, from everyone to like, Bob Dylan to Aretha Franklin to, Nina Simone to Jeff Buckley to Roy Orbison. I mean, the list goes like, around the block. So, always feeling like I'm always learning. I'm not even a country music fan, but I was listening to some podcast about George Jones and just like hearing a bunch of songs and just being like, there's a guy that his name is Peanuts. I don't know this guy that wrote. So I'm going to investigate it, but I haven't. I'm just like, wow, there's so many songwriters I don't know, like that have said so many profound, deep, eloquent things. And I mean, I just admire the craft of songwriting in general. And it was something I had no idea how to do. I mean, I came out of a academic family that songwriting was not in the curriculum. So I had to like figure it out on my own. And yeah, and it's one of the greatest things I've ever been allowed to do for a living. It's cool. I don't have many things that I was allowed to do for a living, so I guess I don't really know all the things, but it beats the shit out of bartending and waiting tables, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I've done that, so I can tell you that I'm sure it does. And do you remember the last time you heard a song for the first time and went, I wish I'd had that idea?
Oh God, I mean, it happens on the daily. You know what I mean? I can't remember the last time. I mean, maybe just like recently, like Silk Sonic. You know what I mean? Like and I leave the door open, girl. Like shit like that. This fucking guy. Wow. I just like, I don't like. I think it's really insane to be able to throw humor like he does in a song. It's pretty sick.
Are you paying attention to new music a lot? You keep up with it?
For sure, yeah. I mean, I don't bust my ass to keep up with it, but if it, but I don't ignore it either. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm like, I love The Weeknd. I love, Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, whatever. Caroline Polachek, whatever. I forget how to say her name. Like people like that. You know what I mean? I love the new Florence stuff I've heard so far. Like, I don't know. I'm always gonna like kind of love and listen to, love a lot of what Miley does, and I don't know, I just kind of keep it open, and at the same time, I like, I can't stop listening to like a record like, Some Girls or Let It Bleed or like Stone shit. It's like I don't know, I just I dig it all.
A song like Lost on You, so many people have heard that now, and you've got a lot of big hits. What's the song that's more of a deep cut that you're really proud of that you think people should seek out?
I mean, I think those title track of for Forever For Now, that song is pretty dope. Tokyo Sunrise is a song that like I'll never really understand why Warner Brothers like wouldn't put that out. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like on like hot AC channels, but like You know, the shit that people put out, not gonna put a song like that out on like an indie, you know, radio set. And it's just like, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, I have quite a few of those, you know, but you know, radio's a whole podcast in itself. They're cute, those guys playing like radio shows in like the States. It's like, I think I'd rather fucking stick forks in my eyes. It's pretty cool.
If you could talk to yourself at the beginning of your career, what advice would you give yourself?
You know, probably not to worry as much, do more drugs, enjoy your friends more. I mean, no, I think probably just to like, you know, you're doing it. Like write songs. Songs are currency. Songs are growth. Songs are the stepping stones to other great songs. You know, I think that like, that's what I would give advice to anybody and everybody. They can't, you know, as many times as they have like flubbed my career or whatever, like, you know, didn't allow me, you know, the gatekeepers were like, didn't allow you to get to the next level. Then no one ever came to my house and ripped a guitar out of my hands or stopped me from writing a song. So that's what you have, you know, you gotta use what's in your power, you know. And I think that songwriting is just the ultimate growth for any songwriter. You know, like I use this analogy all the time, but if someone calls himself a painter, you don't go to their house and they show you like one or two paintings. It's like, oh, I'm a painter. You know, I mean,
yeah.
I got friends that are painters that like haven't made it yet or may never make it. You know, who knows, as painters, but they got hundreds of paintings and they're set up and they're doing it all the time because that's what you do. You know, whether you and you do it before you make it and you do it after you make it. So that's, you know, that's the advice I would give myself. Guess what? The work never ends. It's not like, you know, because also, again, I always say this too. It's like, if you have a hit, all anybody wants from you is another hit. They're not like, congratulations on your one hit. You know, I mean, you know, maybe you won't have a big hit again, or maybe you will, but you know, they're going to see a body of work, you know. I mean, that's the thing with me. I don't know, you know, I mean, this world is crazy and things, you know, are wild all the time, you know, even before all the really craziness. But, you know, you don't have as you know, control over certain things. So I just, you know, I feel like for me, I feel like I'm the kind of artist that like people are still discovering. And when they discover me, they're like the people that do discover me and like it right away are like, hold up, wait, this person has this much music and I had never even heard it, you know? And I just want that to be more and more and more, you know? When we like, by the time I die, you know, people would be like that, you know, more people that haven't heard of me and go like, because, you know, you discover people you never knew about, you know? It's like, I think like, I'm not comparing myself to this person, but like you think about someone like Nick Drake, like there's lots of people, like new people that don't know, or even people when he was around probably that didn't know, but many new people that don't know. And then I go back and they're like, well, what the fuck is this? You know, like this existed. Like, yeah. It's cool. And I think that's like, I don't know, always the goal to, you know, create a body of work that you feel proud of, whatever.
Well, you have a beautiful body of work, which you should definitely, very, very proud. And I'm looking forward to hearing some of those songs in a room.
I'm excited.
In a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Oh, good. So you're going to be there? I love when someone says that. Sometimes I have a nice interview with someone. I'm like, so I'm going to see you at the show? No. I'm like, sick. Okay, bye. Yeah, come say hi. And I'd love to say hello to you.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for spending some time with me, and good luck.
Of course. My pleasure. All right. Bye.